You read that one? Wala ng M, nahulog. Ano meaning isang M? M, mataba. Embracing the true gospel. Natata mo na saan? Ang sa Laguna nga song, good news. Kanta mo na. Ready? 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 Sing. Good news, Christ died for me. Good news, if I believe. Good news, I'm saved eternally. That's wonderful, extra good news. Oh, good news is the gospel. Gospel. That's good news. The meaning of gospel is good news. So what is the meaning? If we say embracing the true gospel, what's the meaning? What's the meaning of embracing the true gospel? Islam mo? Islam mo na? Doon ako, hidat mo na mga dito. What's the meaning if you say embracing the true gospel? Embrace mo? Love. Meaning, you continue with it. You 100% receive it. It's embracing. Embracing the gospel, meaning totally taking the gospel as you believe it. Not 1/2, 1/3, 1/4. Meaning all of it. Meaning you will not receive now, tomorrow. No, that's embracing. When you say embracing, you will be glued to it forever. As a meaning, when you say embracing the true gospel, meaning when you meet that gospel, you have it, continue with it. Not that at the start, you have the gospel to continue on with your life, you abandon the gospel. It's not like, what do you call this? Sa baby. No? Ang biberon, it's not good that continue i-embrace mo biberon. Tama? Pangit. Understand? There are things in our life that should not be continued. Hindi dapat. Not needed. So, example sang biberon. There is time in our life that we need biberon, but there is a time also to stop because pangit kung mag-continue. But not the same with the gospel. When we started with the gospel, continue. As I mean, embracing the gospel. Understand na? Understand the meaning? That is the meaning of embracing. Meaning, there is not a time in our life that when we started to embrace the gospel, when we receive the gospel, there is not a time that we will say no or stop with the gospel. Meaning, it should continue. Sang baby ka, you need what? Nang ginalagay dito, kung magkain, nilagay dito. Yan. Ano na tawag na? Bibs. Lagay dito, magkain. Lagay dito. Kung tigulang ka na, kailangan mo liter. sang baby ka pa, hindi ka marunong maglakaw, nakatumba ka, ilagay ka, ipasok ka sa andador. It should not be continued. There is a time to stop. But that is not said true of the gospel. That when you started with the gospel, you should embrace it because it will be forever in our life. This is the embracing the gospel. Now, this is found in Galatians chapter 1, verse 6 to 10. Let's read. Okay, there? It's read. I am... surprised. I am astonished that you are so quickly, deserting? Leave na mo to. Nagdidi ka, tapos bayaan mong didi, tigulang ka na. But that is not said of the gospel. Quickly deserting the one who called you to live in the grace of Christ and are turning to a different gospel. You live the true gospel and you meet another that's false gospel, which is really no gospel at all. Evidently, some people are throwing you into confusion and are trying to pervert the gospel of Christ. Verse 8. But even if we are, or an angel from heaven should preach a gospel other than the one we preach to you, let them be under God's curse. Last Sunday, nag-speak tayo sa curse, tama? Last Sunday, our message is about curse. When did the curse start? Do you know? Look up. When start curse? When? Jay? When curse? When curse start? Kaya naman when they sin. So all the people has that curse. The ground was cursed. The land, the soil was cursed. Before, no curse yet, self grow. Self. No need of Carabao. No need. Because of curse, the ground needs to be arrow. Because of curse, women has to labor when they give birth. Sana kung wala ang curse, ang mga mama, nagalapa, nagasmile. Now, because of the curse, women, when they give birth, they will be in agony. So, kita mo sa hospital, at kita mo, that's the sign of curse. And because of curse, our body, what happens? Curse, our body becomes old. Because of curse, our teeth falls. Because of curse, our eyes grow dim. Because of curse, our hair becomes white. Because of curse, our face becomes corino. You see? But God has a solution for the curse. Where? On the Lord's communion table. You will be receiving strength and renewed strength because of that. Meaning, it is receiving the Lord into your life. The curse will be stopped. 9, verse 9. As we have already said, so now I say again, if anybody is preaching to you a gospel other than what you accepted, let them be under God's curse. Then, am I now trying to win approval of human beings or God? Or I am trying to please people? If I were still trying to please people, I would not be a servant of Christ. So, many times ang gospel, mag-change na siya. If your purpose is to please people, so you will change the gospel. But if you please the Lord, you will embrace the true gospel. But if your heart, you want to please people, you will trim your gospel, make it acceptable to people. But if you please the Lord, even though the gospel is hurting people, continue on. Hurt is good. Kung operahan ka, there's hurt, but it's good. It will, in the end, be well for the person. So, in the readings that we have, the question is, what happens to the church in Galatia? this happens, the message of Paul he gives to the Galatian churches is because they started with the true gospel, but the true gospel ito, it's like a biberon that later on itapon nila and change. So it should not be. But the true gospel they should embrace, meaning they should have it continually in their life. What do I mean? What happened to the church in Galatia? They started with the right gospel. Later, to continue with their life, they change to another gospel. So what happens? First, let us explain grace, mercy, and justice. What is mercy? Mercy is withholding punishment the person is rightfully to receive. That is punishment. Meaning, when you have sinned, when a person sin needs to be punished, tama? Punished. With a person sin, for example, nagnakaw ka cellphone. For example, nagnakaw ka bakal, bibinta mo doon. So, kailangan ka i-punish. But mercy says, you are rightly to be given punishment, but mercy says, hindi lang daw. That is mercy. So, what you right thing to be given punishment is withhold. What I mean is withhold. Not give. Ang punishment that is right for you is not given, ginsave. What is grace? Grace is bestowing blessings you are not worthy to receive. So, ang grace na yan, parin na siya sa money or good things. Ibigay sa iyo. But this grace, ikaw, not perfect, not worthy. Wala pa na siya, talo pa na siya. But grace is, doesn't matter, ibigay lang. Understand now? So, ang mercy is withholding what is necessary as punishment worthy for you, being saved. Ang grace is giving, you are not deserving. It's not right for you, but you give it to Him. For example, kung isang estudyante na na-fail, itagaan sa teacher 90. That is grace. Okay? Justice is fairness. Justice meaning fair. So, for example, question now, you question. If mercy, for example, may person dito na nakasin. Mercy is, ipanish na siya. But mercy says, hindi. Save. That is mercy. The right thing to be done to you as a punishment was not given. That is mercy. You withhold. Please, mercy me, minute. Hindi pa rin matupa sa akin. Grace is, I am not worthy, I receive what good things I do not deserve. But justice is, where is fairness? Question. If mercy is withholding, giganyan ka ikaw, nakasala, kahulugan ka sa fire. Gipari ang fire. That is mercy. So question, where is justice there? Where? Is God just when He withholds the right punishment for you? Yes, how it happens. Story tell us. Sa school, sa US, school, primary, it is in a far place. Wala sila school. Sometimes, ang mga children doon, malaki na, mga 8, 9, primary pa, nakabali kay Nalin. So, in that school, may mga children, strict ang teacher. Because the house is far, Every children brings their food for lunchtime in the bag, put it there, and then they continue their class. But during break time, they have to get and eat. One day, it happened that the girl, small girl, when he gets her baon, it's gone. Teacher, my rice is gone. So the teacher asked, who took the baon of this girl? Wala. Later the teacher searched and continued asking. There was one who said, who took the baon of the girl? Later, a poor, skinny boy, kasi wala siya papa ka mama, lula lang, poor. So, when he goes to school, he has no baon. Ginutom sa ginakaw niya. But when the teacher asked, no. Later, the boy, skinny, said, Sir. Okay. Go to the table, you will receive punishment. Because there is a rule, when you do wrong, you will be punished. You take off your shirt, prepare your buttocks, and we will punish you. Table. Pareho sa hilot. Okay? So, when the teacher ready the boy, pag-upa, isang damit, nakita nila, ang ribs, galabas ditong ribs. Yung gustong puwit, payat. So, tanan sila na kalaki pa man sa ulo. Mabawi ako. So, imagine nila. So, ready sila. Pagkapa na sang bata, nag-teacher reading na magpa. May estudyante na taba, nagako na. Sabi, stop sir, stop! Ako na lang palit. Nagkaawa sa kagagamay. So, that is justice. There is a replacement. So, God is just because when He withholds that mercy, you are rightfully to be punished. He withhold it. Where is your just Lord? There is. Jesus took our place. That is mercy. When we receive mercy, God is just because if He stopped punishing us, Jesus said, I will take His place. I will be His substitute. So God became just. And at the same time, merciful. How can the two go together? Merciful and just. Because when He withhold, when He stop punishing you, somebody volunteered, ako, I will take His place. So God was merciful, and together becomes also just. And when He gives grace given to you, you are not worthy to be forgiven. You are not worthy to be given blessings, air, and good health. Yet God gave, that is grace. So that our gospel is grace gospel. Next. What happens to Galatia? The Galatian churches started with true gospel, with grace. Later to continue, they changed their gospel. How? For example, ito. We are saved. How? Not because we did something. I want to be saved. I will work. I will show good works. No. I will try. I will do something. I will perform. I will clean myself. No. Galatians says, true gospel at the start, I am replaced. Somebody becomes my substitute. Myself, zero. God gave me righteousness. So that is true gospel. But later, to continue on, they said, to continue living a life of saved person, you must accomplish. You must work. So that is changing the gospel. What is the true gospel? The true gospel is we start with saying, Lord, I am nothing. I am a sinner. I have no good thing in me. What is good in me, you look it as dirty. Rag. Baho. Pero my righteousness is dirty. I cannot be accepted. So Jesus took my place. He took my sin. I put on Jesus' robe of righteousness. So when I am clean before you and you can accept me, it's not my own. Jesus' own righteousness was given to me. That is true gospel. But later, to continue, the Galatians says, now that you are saved, what will you do? To continue as a saved person, you must labor, you must work, you must achieve, you must accomplish the Ten Commandments. No, that is leading the true gospel and changing the true gospel. Meaning, what is true? We start with the grace gospel, we continue on with the grace gospel. Meaning, when you are now saved, don't trust your good works to keep you being saved and to keep you in the grace. No. So, we are saved by grace. Grace will keep us there. Meaning, when we are saved and when we are doing good works, we don't trust good works to keep us safe, to keep us, no. We are producing good works as a proof, but we are not trusting our good works to keep us on the right track. Understand that? Meaning, we started with the true grace. True grace will keep us. Not that we have to trust our good works to keep us on the right track. Next. So here, balik. Saan ang balik po? Hindi tulog. Okay. There is what we call that? A biblical illustration in the Bible about the changing of grace. This is in 2 Chronicles 12, 9, and 10. You know, ang Old Testament, very, very picturestic and very clear ang ila examples. Many times, ang gospel sa Old Testament, you could see it in picture clearly. In the New Testament, it's more of explain, words. But in the Old Testament, no explanation, picture is given, and with your eyes, you can see it clearly. Here is the changing. 2 Chronicles 12, 9, and 10. Verse 9 says, when Shishak is a king, when Shishak, king of Egypt, attacked Jerusalem, what did the king do? He carried the treasures in the temple of the Lord and the treasures of royal palace. He took everything, including gold, shield, and Solomon had made. Meaning, this was the time when King Solomon died. His son Rehoboam, ang son ni Solomon, becomes now the king. It was the time that the king of Egypt with his soldiers attacked Jerusalem. What happened? This king, in the temple, in the palace, there was a shield. Ginagay niya sa wall siguro. Decorate. Ang shield. What is shield? Shield. Espada. Shield. And in Ephesians, shield is our faith. Tama? Shield is our faith. Our faith in the gospel. And faith in the gospel is gold, meaning it's a divine truth. Shield, verse 10. Understand what happens? So after the king took it, king in Jerusalem, Rehoboam, nag-pretend. Wala na ang gold. Empty na. Idea. Nagawa siya ng bronze. Nagawa siya ng shield nga. Ang bronze, kung tingnan mo daw, gold. Piki pala. Piki. Pag wala na to, gipalitan ni Rehoboam. Pak, tingnan ito. The same, but the truth is, it is bronze, it is only plated, meaning it's now false. So that's the picture of the true gospel changed. Before it was gold, right, true ang substance inside. But now when the king of Egypt took that, Shishak means greedy of men's pleasure. Kunin niya. Si Rehoboam na king, pinalitan niya, piki. So, ang people na doon to, the same. But the truth is, that is what happens to Galatians. They thought it's true, but there is now a big change, and it's piki. Written. So, I share the meaning. Gold is a symbol of divine righteousness. That breastplate is made of gold, meaning it's a symbol. Sa Old Testament, symbol na picture symbol na, that's not the truth. Symbol of divine righteousness. So faith is a divine righteousness. True, a gold. It was taken away, and Rehoboam changed it with bronze. So that is what happens to Galatians. Not only Galatians, will happen to you. When you say, Lord, I accept you, I put on my righteousness. Later on, when you are saved, I want to be saved, continue on, I need to accomplish something, I need to show my good works. Kailangan mag-behave ako mostly. No. You are changing the true gospel. Two, Ephesians is shield of our faith. Shishak, the king, means greedy of time and pleasure. Bronze is judgment. There is now a mixture. You started with grace, you continue with the law. Ang mag-work ka, you want to continue on with works, that is law. So, a mixture of law and grace. Next. Now, here is a biblical example explained in the book of Jude, verse 11. So, how did Jude explain niya? He is the brother of Jesus. Si Jude, brother of Jesus, is also the brother of James. But he said, Jude, he did not introduce himself brother of Jesus. Kay magtaas siya, no? He said, Jude, the servant of Jesus, brother of James. Sabi niya sa gibasa natin kanina. Okay? He explains that what happened to Galatians is like this. The people who change are in the way. Go to them, they have taken, meaning taken, they have followed. Ang word dito nga taken, meaning they have copied or followed the path of Cain. Okay? What is the path of Cain? Do you know? What is the way, the path of Cain? Do you know? What Cain do? That when he sacrificed to the Lord, he wants fruits of his labor. Meaning, the meaning is, Lord, I am presenting to you, I'm good. I want my perspiration, my labor, I present to you. See? So that is the way of Cain. Meaning, it says here, Cain's way wants the works of his hands. He wants to accomplishments, performance. Ano siya? Kulo ba ako? I want to perform. I want to accomplish. I want to obey the law. Is the work of our hands. I want to present. But God, did God accept the sacrifice of Cain? In the smoke did not go straight to heaven.